Hi, and welcome to this short yoga sequence. This is a sequence designed specifically to open up the hips, and it's a part of my travel series, which are sequences that I did while I was traveling and on the road. So let's get started in a lying down position on the mat. We will start with Pavan Muktasana. Before that, come into Shavasana like posture on your mat and you take a few deep breaths, slowing your breath down, maybe lengthening your exhalation, and finding that connection with your breathing. And remember to maintain that connection when you move through the postures that we'll be practicing soon. Pull your right knee into the chest. If you have any kind of discomfort in the knee joint, it is advisable to grab hold of the leg from behind the knee. Alternatively, you can continue holding it from across the shin if that's comfortable for you. Take another breath here and then on an exhale, lift the forehead to knee, coming into Purna Pavan Muktasana and maintain that position. Pull the navel into the spine. If you need to breathe, breathe from the chest. Otherwise, try to hold your breath as much as possible here. And then release. Drop the right knee to the left side, coming into Jatara Parivartanasana or a spinal twist with your right shoulder on the floor, creating an opposing movement with your shoulder and the knee joint to get this twist. If you would like, you can also straighten the right leg and grab hold of the right foot. This makes the twist a little more intense but also gets your hamstrings to work. Do this only if you're comfortable, it's totally optional. Allow the breath to help you maintain this position. And then slowly release, coming to a neutral position and bending the left knee this time, pulling it towards the chest, coming into Pavan Muktasana on this side. Remember, you have the option to hold the leg from behind the knee. Keep your right leg active. Often we tend to lose awareness of the leg that is straight. Don't do that. Be fully alert. Keep the right leg active. Keep the right foot flexed. On an exhale, lift your forehead to knee, coming into Purna Pavan Muktasana. Navel pulled in. Hold your breath and breathe as soon as you get the urge to breathe. Coming into a spinal twist, this time taking the left knee to the right side. Left hand extends out and let's try to maintain the left shoulder on the ground to create that opposing movement which will allow us to get a very nice twist in our spine. All of these postures are great to balance the Vata dosha or wind element in Ayurveda, something that gets really aggravated when we do travel, especially if it's air travel. If you would like at this point, you can straighten the leg, the left knee, and grab hold of the left foot with the right hand. And then release, come back to center, keep both the knees bent to come into supine pigeon pose. Bring your right ankle across the left quads, above the left knee, and pull the left knee into the chest. Try to keep your right foot flexed to protect the right knee joint and use your right elbow to push the right knee out so your shin is almost parallel to the floor. Keep hugging the knee in closer. It's a very intense stretch in the right glute, the right outer hip. Also helps us release the lower back after long hours of sitting, something that comes with traveling a lot. If you would like, you can let go of the left leg and hug the right shin with your arms, almost like in Shishupalasana, wherein you cradle the leg. If you would prefer, you can continue the previous version or you can come into this one. Mentally start preparing for Ananda Balasana or the happy baby pose, in which you will face the right foot towards the sky. Grab hold of the right foot, keeping the knee bent. We will try to get the knee towards the floor. It's an intense stretch for the hip and the groin area. Easier to do with one foot than both the feet, and that's what we are exploring, one leg at a time. Excellent. Release. Let's repeat the sequence on the left side. Left ankle on the right knee. Left foot is flexed. Pull the right knee into the chest. Use your left elbow to push the left knee out to keep the left shin parallel to the floor. A lot of instructions, but in summary, you want to have your shin parallel to the floor to get the maximum benefit out of this posture. And breathe. Keep hugging the right knee into the chest. If you would like at this point, you can let go of the right knee and simply cradle the left shin. Hold this variation or the previous one. The choice is entirely yours. Do what is comfortable, do what feels good to you today. It's your practice. Never forget to maintain that strong connection with your breath and allow your exhalation to get longer as you progress in the practice. Moving into happy baby on the left foot, trying to bring the left knee towards the floor while ensuring that the right hip does not lift off too much. You can even use your right hand across the right quad to maintain alignment of the hips. From here, bring both the feet on the floor. Let's windshield wipe the knees one side to the other. Couple of rounds. Allowing the spine to reset. Last one. And then come into a neutral position. Straighten your right leg and pull the right shin in towards yourself. So it is Supta Padangusthasana variation. If you would like, you can also grab hold of the right big toe. If you have a towel or a band handy, you can even use that. Use your breath to relax the body, to relax the mind, to relax the muscles so that you can hold this posture and progress deeper into it. From here, on the next exhalation, take your right leg to the left side, coming into Parshvahasta variation of this reclined head to knee pose. Look in the opposite direction. And then bring the leg back up. Return it to its original spot. Bringing the left leg into the chest now, pulling it from the shin or grabbing hold of the left big toe, whatever is more comfortable for you. Go back to that breath, the deep breathing, that longer exhalation, and see what it does to your body and to this posture. On an exhalation, take the left leg out to the side, coming into Parshvahasta variation, which is actually also a preparatory pose for Trivikramasana. Exhale and back to neutral position and then return, coming into a supine position with the legs straight and prepare for leg raises. Inhale, take the legs up. Exhale, back down for 1. Inhale, up. Exhale, 2. Inhale for 3. Exhale, return. Inhale, 4. Exhale, back for 5. Exhale, 6 with control, lift up and exhale, 7, release, 8, release, 9, exhale, 10, almost there, exhale, release, and one last time, take the legs all the way up and hold it up there, maintaining a 90-degree angle at the hips, working on your core, pointing the legs straight up towards the sky. Keep your core strong, keep your legs active, and continue to breathe deeply into the lungs. The maximum limit that is feasible for you in this posture. From here, prepare to widen the legs. If you need to, you can also use your hands to support yourself. Come out of the position and go back to the previous one if you have any lower back issue. Otherwise, hold this here. You can even place your hands on the inner thighs to help you or to assist you into deepening the stretch in the inner thighs. Keep the feet flexed and the heels pointed away from you. And breathe. Bring the legs back together. And let's add some crisscross movements like this. Bringing one leg in front of the other, then switching, bringing the other leg forward. Continue like this for a couple more rounds. On the other side. And then let's transition into happy baby. Grab hold of both the feet, press the knees towards the floor. Try to minimize the lift in the pelvic floor. Once you're comfortable here, you can start straightening one leg and then the other. That is totally optional. See if you're comfortable and then go for it. Alternating one leg, then the other side. At some point, if you feel ready, you can start straightening both the knees at the same time and then releasing. Again, remember, you should minimize the lift in the tailbone as you do this. These are just different ways to play around with the practice. You can simply hold the regular happy baby pose as well. That is doing a lot of good work for the hips. Slowly release, moving into Baddha Konasana with both the feet together, coming into Supta Baddha Konasana variation. Let the knees drop to either side. Let the knees drop to either side. If you would like, you can also place 2 blankets or 2 blocks under the knees to support the posture. You can keep your hands across the inner thighs to assist you in deepening this stretch just a little bit. This is a very relaxing posture, so make the most of it. In the next one, we are going to try Matsyasana. You can move into Padmasana or simple cross-legged posture, supporting the weight of your body on your elbows. Rest the top of your head on the ground, lift your chest towards the sky, and look at the point of your nose, the tip of your nose. Make sure that the weight is primarily on the elbows and not across the top of the head. Take one more deep breath here and then release the posture. Take your time to come out of it. Maybe take a break. That can be intense on the neck. Then bring the knees to the chest, coming into Apanasana by lifting your foreheads to the knee. Forehead to the knee. Round up into a ball, getting a nice stretch across the spine. And release. From here, we will move into Gomukhasana, Supta Gomukhasana variation. So stack one knee on top of the other. Place your hands across the ankles and pull the ankle apart as well as towards the ground, almost as if you are sitting in Gomukhasana legs, only you are lying on the ground, so you're in more control. Switch sides, doing this on the other side. It's a great way to prepare for cow face pose if that is not a part of your practice or you feel that it hurts your knees. This is a good way to build the muscle memory that can help you get into the pose eventually. Release the posture and let's prepare to windshield wipe the knees one more time. Drop them to right side, then to the left. Do this a couple more times, releasing the spine, resetting the lower back. And also balancing that wind element or Vata dosha. From here, straighten out both your legs. Come into Shavasana with your palms facing up towards the sky. Allow your breath to relax. Allow your body to sink into the floor. Particularly check in with your shoulders and the forehead and relax them if you're holding any tension there. Wind element or Vata dosha gets aggravated anytime there is a lot of movement, whether it is through consistent long periods of aggressive exercise or it is through long periods of travel. So a good way to balance it is with stability and grounded practices. So take your time in Shavasana if you would like. Maybe stay here for 5 minutes, follow it up with a beautiful pranayama practice, and then get on with your day. Thank you so much for joining me for this class.